Anne-Marie here, and welcome to my vlog. Can AI replace human therapists? I have purposely used AI to help me with this vlog, so let's get into it. Scores of people have searched for an answer to a mental health question on the internet. Now, very likely more than ever, with the onset of AI chatbots. Did you even know that AI chatbots are different from AI agents? AI is telling me that AI chatbots are conversational tools designed to simulate human-like dialogue, often using rule-based or scripted responses. They are widely used in customer service portals, websites, and messaging apps to handle simple Q&A or basic interactions. While effective for quick responses, they have low context awareness, minimal personalization, and limited learning ability, making them less suitable for complex or evolving tasks. I actually just got the gears from AI chatbots for my cell phone service and never did get the help I needed until I physically went into the store and had a human being help me. Suffice it to say, I was not impressed with their AI chatbots. AI agents, on the other hand, are autonomous, goal-driven. They're systems capable of reasoning, adapting, and learning over time. They can handle multi-step tasks, maintain high context awareness, and offer personalized experiences based on user behavior. For example, Microsoft Copilot acts as an AI agent that not only answers questions, but also plans, creates, and executes tasks, bridging the gap between passive assistance and proactive support. Wow. Now let's get back to mental health therapy. What is an AI therapist? Well, Psychology Today tells us that many chatbot models have the capacity to follow the conversational style of therapy and are built with psychological frameworks and treatment guidelines. Chatbots like ChatGPT are fed, if you will, large quantities of language or scripts that teach them how we communicate. They use this information to generate responses to our questions and then ideally learn from our replies. These responses can feel insightful and supportive, but simulation is not the same as human care. Is there anything helpful about AI therapy? A few things, actually. One is accessibility, where the platforms are free and available 24 hours per day. This can be helpful when traditional sessions aren't possible due to scheduling, finances, or location. AI therapy can also be helpful when it comes to the organization of information. If it has been programmed with therapeutic transcripts, the bot can mimic a first session. Complex issues such as substance use disorders or mental health diagnoses will only function if the AI creators trained for such can feed the program. So you may receive some validation by the AI therapist. However, if the platform is not programmed to address your issue, it will not be helpful. Thirdly, interacting with an AI therapist may feel free of judgment or bias. All humans are imperfect and harbor bias, including human therapists. The catch here is that the AI is also created by those same humans, and the AI therapist will perpetuate and amplify the biases of their own creators. You should know where an AI therapist will fall woefully short. Psychology Today tells us they fail to assess danger. There is a dreadful example out there where a client sent the message, which I'm making brief, that I just lost my job. Where is the nearest bridge? The AI therapist, unable to identify suicidal intent, simply gave them a list of tall bridges in their area. If anyone shared such intent with me, or I was suspect of this, I am obligated by law to create a safety plan and, if necessary, report this to the appropriate authorities who will intervene to help save a life. No such requirements exist for AI therapists. Privacy. Vulnerabilities. While there are HIPAA-compliant AI chatbots available, most of them are described as part of the wellness space rather than healthcare, which means they are not subject to regulation and oversight. Chats with AI about your mental health are not protected by the same laws that protect your conversations with your human therapist. Additionally, AI chatbots are vulnerable to cyber attacks, which could endanger your personal information. Thirdly, a lack of relational accountability. Therapy works in part because it is a real human relationship with emotional stakes. Change often requires challenge, discomfort, and accountability. If ChatGPT challenges you and you feel uncomfortable, it's easy to log off. Therapists work to build trust, gently push clients, and remain invested in their progress. AI bypasses that connection and substitutes it with instantly agreeable responses. Neither you nor the chatbot is invested in this relationship because you can both walk away from this without consequences. If a client disappears, a therapist may worry and reach out. A chatbot cannot hold space for you, nor can it care what happens to you if you stop engaging. It can offer reassurance and coping strategies, such as grounding, on demand, but it also gives advice that's incomplete, inaccurate, or inconsistent with your treatment plan. Rita Chandran on LinkedIn recently posted, and I am quoting, "A disturbing new study from #Stanford examines the psychological impact of AI chatbots. Researchers, along with psychiatrists and psychology professors, analyzed transcripts of a small group of users who reported delusional spirals while interacting with chatbots. Their findings are very relevant as more cases of AI psychosis and harm related to chatbots are reported with wider AI use. Meanwhile, few companies appear willing to install safety guardrails, and few governments seem ready to regulate AI systems. AI chatbots have helped at least 2 teens in the U.S. complete suicide, which I understand is now before the courts and would be criminal. This is very disturbing indeed. I, as a licensed Ontario psychotherapist, am also accountable to the Personal Health Information Protection Act, also known as PHIPA, you already heard me say, which is a legislative law in Ontario, Canada, that governs the collection, use, and disclosure of personal health information. It aims to protect the confidentiality of personal health information while ensuring that healthcare providers can effectively deliver care. We are even held accountable to provide a PHIPA-compliant online platform for online therapy sessions. Privacy and confidentiality cannot be taken lightly. There is no accountability for AI therapists for privacy, confidentiality, or even quality of care. In summary, AI chatbots can imitate some elements of therapy, but they absolutely cannot replace the human therapeutic relationship. This is also the single biggest factor in your healing. They cannot call for help if you are in danger. They cannot they are not legally obligated to protect your safety or privacy, and they carry human bias without human self-reflection. A human therapist's goal is to work with you towards healing, whether that means weekly sessions over a certain amount of time or eventually tapering off sessions entirely as your needs change. AI therapists can be useful as a supplement that provides support between sessions, such as grounding, helping practice skills, or providing psychoeducation, which are good things. However, they are not equipped to serve as your sole mental health support provider. At its core, therapy is about connection, trust, accountability, confidentiality, empathy, and shared humanity. These are things that technology just simply cannot replicate. See you next time.